So today we're going to be remediating another vulnerability. So I'll tell you which one we're going to be working on today. But before I do that, I want to introduce Pierre. So I've got Pierre here. He's part of the cybersecurity mentorship program. He is the final mentee that I've accepted at this point. And so right now I'm working to get Pierre completed and out the program. All the other mentees are already in cybersecurity or have already found this job in cybersecurity or were already working in cybersecurity and are starting to kind of make shifts within their fields to be more technical on the vulnerability side. With that being the case, I just want to stop for a second, and as always, want to thank the sponsor of our Tenable tenant, and that's going to be the company I work for, the Cybertar. So the thing is, you can go to cybertar.ai, sign up for a free trial, and it will actually, you can literally get a free external scan, and not to mention other like cybersecurity services as part of the free tier, just by going to the website and signing up. In addition to that, if you decide that you like the services, if you have one machine, if you have 1,000, if you have 100,000 machines, either way, you can go to Cybertar, you can sign up, and you'll be supported by our team. And we do everything from your patching and like identifying your vulnerabilities, remediating your vulnerabilities, installing your cloud integrations to be able to monitor your cloud environment. We do the whole thing. Okay. So anyway, that being the case, let's go ahead and jump into it. And let's start off here. So this is our Tenable tenant at this point. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to look at it. So we're going to identify. And so if you watched the video series so far, then you know that basically we'll go here to 83. And what this shows us is that this is going to be the total number of vulnerabilities. So by clicking on this setting right here, we go to all the vulnerabilities. This just shows critical and this shows high. So we want to look at all the vulnerabilities. And then I want to get you used to, once again, using the query. So right now we're looking at medium and highs and criticals. Let's just focus down the criticals this way. Could have done the shortcut, but I want y'all to get used to using this. So that being the case, I want to focus in on my machine only. And what I realized is I've already remediated all the critical vulnerabilities in my machine. so I don't have any. So let's go to this one and this TI desktop 4. Let's look at the high severity vulnerabilities. And I'll click on assets here and I'll filter down to TI desktop 4. And then I'll open findings here. And then this will bring up the vulnerabilities. So that being the case, and if you watch the video that was released today, you'll know that I actually took out .NET Core, like used the script to remediate .NET Core, knocked out a whole bunch of my highs and mediums and criticals and stuff like that. So now I'm down to 3 high vulnerabilities on my machine. And so I'm going to write this remediation right here. So this is the thing is, and so this is where it gets into it, Pierre. This is where I want you to focus because it's telling you, like, this is the benefit of having Tenable. We got the output and we got the overview. And so what you see is I'm going to click on more because I want to see all the details here. But basically, if you look at this vulnerability, it says that the remote system may be vulnerable to CVE 2013-3900. So first thing we want to do is like, what is that CVE? But instead of leaving Tenable, let's go ahead and click on see all details. And then it gives us 2 links here. So we're going to click on both of these links. I right clicked and open a new window. They already right click and open a new window for you. Okay. All right. So this is WinVerifyTrust signature vulnerability. So it takes us to the Microsoft article on this. And then of course we got a summary that they're republishing the CVE update guide to updates, like the guide. Basically it's the details on what they need to do, what you need to do to remediate the vulnerability. So when I scroll down here, I can tell you, I remember from this article already, I've seen it multiple times. We get down here and it gives you kind of the registry key and the value that you need to set in the registry key, okay, for this to work. So I'm going to figure out a couple of ways that I want to do this, okay? So we can do this with a script, and that's going to take a little time. The main thing is I want to get you acquainted with understanding how to remediate this vulnerability. So if you notice, this says for 32-bit versions of Windows. This one says for 64-bit versions. Well, you still with me, Pierre? Still
Yep.
with me? All right, cool. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Let's get the zoom view because I want to make sure y'all can see this a little bit easier, okay? So, and let's drag this over just a little bit. There we go. All right. So now you can kind of see in detail. Sorry for those of you that are on Instagram. Okay. We can see in detail exactly what we're dealing with. So it says that we need to paste the following text into a text editor such as Notepad and save the file using the reg.file name extension. Okay, I'm gonna show you quickly what they're essentially what they're saying to do here is they want you to copy this text right here. And it wants you to put it in your text editor. Now, I'm doing this, but just keep in mind, those are all my cybersecurity keywords, okay? So, all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this and we'll save this as basically, is on my YouTube phone. Well, nothing there, just on my YouTube. So, it's just, hey, when Windows open and you have no idea like what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you could be showing credit card information or whatever. All right, so for this, I'm gonna choose all file types. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to make a new folder for today. So we call this 2024-03, and we'll call this 20. Okay, so because this video will release tomorrow. All right. And so basically it wants us to copy this, and then it said it wants to save it in a text file with a .reg extension. So I'm going to call this, you know, I like to try to keep my names and stuff like that consistent. So maybe I'll name the file this right here. That's what Tenable called it. So let's go and bring Notepad up, save it here, and so we'll do .reg. And once anything you save is a .reg, once you do, let me bring this up for you because I want you to see what this looks like. Okay, and let's zoom back out because I'm not really getting enough of it to, so that y'all like kind of missing things. So there it is. That's the file we saved it as WinVerifyTrust something.reg. All right, and so what that does is that's going to create this file, and I'll show it to you on my machine here. Okay, and if you notice here, I'll zoom in for you so you can see this really good, that it creates this file, and it's got like these little blocks showing that it's an actual registry file, okay? So, and if I double click this, this will put these, it will put the items that I put in here in my registry, and that will remediate the vulnerability. Okay.
That easy, huh?
That easy. But keep in mind, a lot of times we're working on machines that are not necessarily the one I'm actually sitting on. So that's why I want to show you also the remote way of doing this. Also, but let's just show you the manual way of doing it. Like, that's cool that they give that to you. Let's open up the registry editor. We spent the last few videos in the registry at this point. All right. And so based on the article, and let's put this, so H key, let's see, look at this, drag this over. All right, there we go. So looking at the path is H key local machine. And I'm just going to go back. I'll just kind of, you know, wipe that out right there. So H key local machine. And then what's the next part?
Software.
Software. Okay, pretty standard. Microsoft, pretty standard. And then cryptography. That's not one of your typical locations. Cryptography, and then Wintrust. All right. Do I have a Wintrust folder? Cryptography, and then Wintrust. I don't see that.
Probably left
Microsoft cryptography.
We might need to add a new folder in there with Wintrust, because that's what I was doing in mine. I had to add it myself.
Well, and I think you're right. So it says that the following registry key is missing. So that means we got to build out all of these registry keys, right? So that means we need to add a Wintrust, a config, and then inside that, we'll add a DWord or a key that says EnableCertPaddingCheck equals 1. But I'm gonna go a step further here. I'm gonna make this a little bit harder. Okay.
Oh no, don't do that.
No, we need to make it a little bit harder. Okay. So let's copy this out. Okay. Let's move this out and let's actually do a new file here. And I want to add this to the registry using a script. Okay. I think that would be much better. Okay. So what that's going to do is we need to now we got to dig into PowerShell. Okay. So let's see. And my Google searches are very simple, right? So it's pretty straightforward. What do I want to feed Google to give me what I'm looking for? So registry key. Let's see, PowerShell. Add registry key. And it basically, I don't have to finish typing it. And it already recognizes it. It's already kind of figured out what I'm trying to put here. So, hey, there we go. Easy peasy. All right, so now that we do hit set, this goes to the blog. But what I want to go to is I want to go to the learn.microsoft. That's the one. That's one of my favorite sites. And it did give me a link. Interesting. PowerShell add registry key. This takes me to the blog. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Registry commands. Okay. There we go. That's what I'm going to learn.microsoft.com is your friend. You can see it's already highlighted because I've been there 6,872,455 times. All right. So Jabbar says folks just got back in Florida. Cool. All right. So that being the case, we can kind of go through here. I'm going to go back to the. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can see this. All right. So now on this one, it says that we can list all subkeys. Let's see if we can do this. So let's start. I'm going to get that child item HKey local machine. All right. Where is it where we can add a registry key? Moving all. Creating keys. Okay, so new item, new tag item, tag path. Okay, so this is how we do it. We use a new item command. I'm down with that. What do you say, Pierre? We can do it?
We can do.
Okay.
No way back now.
There's always a way back.
No
All right.
way back, dude.
So let's take this and combine this with already. So we know the path, right? So we're going to say new item. Tag path. HKey, and this is going to be HKey local machine. So HKLM. Put the colon, backslash. And then we're going to put this entire path all the way down to the config file. Okay. So that's how it says you add it. Now, what if I want to add like DWords or stuff like that? So that's removing all keys. Remove item, new item. So let's just go to the new item command. Since we know that's how you add a registry key, let's just go to that command. And there it is. We can click on the reference up here. Okay. So there's the new item command. So now we can look at all the add commands. So new item. Oh, so you can add not just registry keys, but we want to look specifically at the registry key. Okay, so does it give us registry? Ah, interesting. So it didn't really show us the registry side of this. Yeah, let's see. HKLM. Yeah, nothing there. All right, so let's see. PowerShell. We might have to go to the. I remember the PowerShell. Let's see. Let's go back to that search because I think on this one, I remember one of these blogs had a good breakdown of how to do that. So, new item path, and assign that to a variable. Okay, there we go. Tag property. I don't like when they get all fancy. I just would like when they type it. So, yeah. All right. I remember this article. All right. So I don't necessarily like this one as good, but let's work with it. All right. And we'll say DWord because we'll need to add a DWord after that. Okay, adding register keys. Let's see if this is more fruitful. New item. There's going to be the path. Tag value. Okay. Equals 1. Property type DWord. That's what I'm looking for right here. Let's put this on the screen. Drag this over. See right here, this command. So when I finally get information like this, I copy that out, put that in my notepad as a reference here. Okay. And so now I need to look at my Microsoft article, make sure that we want to add a DWord. Let's see, EnableCertPadding. It looks like it is a DWord. EnableCertPaddingCheck, and we're going to assign the values. Okay. So let's see if we can put this all together. So new item. HKey local machine. I put the path. Do I need to put that in parentheses? Probably. Yeah, unless there are spaces, but just in case. All right, and then we'll need to put the name, exact name. And that's going to be the name of the registry key. And this one, in this case, should be EnableCertPaddingCheck. All right, and I'll put that in parentheses.
Value.
And then what do we have next? Tag value.
Yep.
And we'll say the value is 1. And then property.
Tag property.
Type is going to be DWord. Okay. So now let's compare that with the PowerShell guide, right? So the PowerShell registry commands. Go ahead and put this down so y'all can see what I'm searching for. And this is PowerShell registry commands is what brought up what I was looking for. Working with registry keys. All right, and so then it's here, listing all keys and sub keys. All right, and we want to go back to that new item command, which is right here. Let's see, we can see, we want to go to the new item command. Now, did they use the new item property? Oh, they did. They used new item, and then they used the path, and then they used new item property. Okay, so mine is wrong. So I need to, for this one, all right, looking at the syntax, I need to do new item. And for new item, I'll put right here this first path. So the path 1, path 2. Okay, so new item, this right here. And then I'll do new item property. And then I'll do the path. So honestly, it just makes sense to go ahead and assign path to a variable too. So let's do that. Since we're going to reuse it. So the reg path equals, okay. So now that we've got that assigned to a path, then we can say new item tag path equals $ reg. Let's just use path. And let's take the reg off of this. Simple. In our program, I like to keep the variables and whatever be the same. So new items equals tag path is registry path, and then new item property. And the new item property command has also the tag path, $path variable. And then we do tag name, EnableCertPaddingCheck, tag value. Okay, all right. So I think this is actually a working script now. So let's take, and once again, this is the cryptography folder that we know that doesn't exist right now. Okay, and so then I'm gonna click here, bring up my PowerShell, put that in here, clear all the exercises from yesterday. Okay, DLS. All right, and then let's paste this. All right, the registry key at the specified path does not exist. Okay, so new item, all right, the registry key at the specified. All right, because it does not exist. So we need to create the path then.
What is it?
Now, is it? I thought there was a create item command. They're not create items. No, I'm just making up PowerShell. That is not. All right, so it is new items. New item tag path as a registry key. Okay. All right, so let's just start off with the first command. Right. Echo $path. All right. Oh, we got Sam in chat. Let's see. What does Sam say? All this time, whenever you told me about your Twitch channel, all this time, and you never told me about your Twitch channel. Wait, Sam, I thought you'd be on Twitch all the time. So there is create the item and then assign the value to it. Okay. So, well, see, I say I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do it at one time. All right, what's up? What's up? Hello. What is that? Maddox 12 or LinkedIn? Yeah, Sam. I'm on Instagram too. While we're at it, okay. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream, by the way. So, all right, let's check this. So we got the path. HKLM local machine software window Win64. Okay, that's correct. So let's run the new item command first. Okay. So the registry key at the location does not exist. All right. So I'm curious here because adding a registry key, we have to do new item property. Now the question, so we should be able to add this. All right. To create a multi-string value for registry key, new item property.
Pad name.
I wonder if the first command is error. I'm curious here. So if I take the first part of the command out, there's path. And then if I do new item property, try this. Okay, still can't find a path. All right. So, all right. There's a command that does it all at once. Yeah, so that's the thing. That's what I'm looking for, the command that does it all at once too. Spot on, Sam. What is your Twitch? It's technology_interpreters, Maddox. So feel free to join me on Twitch or YouTube. Either one is fine, okay? All right. So yeah. All right. So let's see. Now I'm gonna cheat because I'll look at some scripts here. If I have any of my scripts already. And let's see how we're doing it. So all right. Okay. So if we're adding the registry key, yeah, okay. So the trick is you can use a new item property command. Oh, okay, I see. So the problem here is we're missing too much of the path. So I think we got to build this out first. So if we look at the registry, all right, if we look at kind of what we got here, and let me pull up my stream because I have to be able to look at the stream to kind of see what's on display here. So no, I found this in. So I think what's happening here, when I look in the registry, we stop at the cryptography folder. So I don't even have the folders beyond that or the keys beyond that. Okay. And so according to the Microsoft article, I've got to have several other keys. So let's play with this for a second. Okay. So by the way, that was Tenable, what is it? Sorry about that. Looks like a Tenable webinar coming up. So what I'm trying to do is with my path, I know the cryptography folder doesn't exist. So let's see if we can create the Wintrust folder. Boom. Now, if I'm looking at this correctly, if I refresh the cryptography folder,
Let's see.
do I see it?
Nope.
I do not see it. Oh, you know what? There's a trick to this. HK local machine software WoW6432. I'm in the wrong location, am I not? Yes, I am. I'm in the wrong location.
Yeah, because you copied it from the Tenable.
I sure did. So let's make sure. Let me double check my Tenable script, okay? Because my Tenable script, and I'm starting to lose my windows here. Got too many. So HC local machine software. Oh, I see. So I've got to add it to both locations. Okay, that's the thing. So let's just modify this. So WoW6432 node software WoW6432. Okay, let's look at this one since we're already here. All right, let's just go back to PowerShell. And let's take out the WoW 6432 node right here, because that's the location I'm looking at. Okay, cool. So that should have created the key. Let's refresh here. Software, cryptography, or Microsoft, and then cryptography, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so when I refresh, is it there yet?
No, yeah.
It's not. So, all right. So let's check. Software, Microsoft, cryptography, Wintrust. Oh, I'm just assigning a path variable. Duh. Okay. Look at what I'm doing here. So all I got to do is do a new item, new tech item. Also a path. Since I got the path correct now.
Yeah.
Okay. That looked promising. Okay. So now let's view, refresh. Look at there. Wintrust is there. Okay. So the whole time, all right. So now that I got that, but I've also got to add another folder under there, right? So
yeah.
According to Microsoft, I need a config folder. Okay. And so let's add a new item. And honestly, it gets a little bit to simplify things. Let's just do this. Okay. New item. And we'll do HKey local machine. There we go. All right. So that way it's easier to see Wintrust, and we'll say config. All right. So it says not found.
You miss. I think you're missing the Win64.
Well, we got to do both locations.
Oh.
So I already added the Wintrust tag path. There you go. Thank you, Sam. Sam called it out in Twitch.
And
Yep, tag path. All right. So there we go.
Nope.
And the path is HC local machines, software, Microsoft cryptography went big. And he said, get rid of, wait, did I have a plus sign? New tag item equals, yeah, tag. There we go. New item tag path. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Man, I'm botching my syntax, but like I say, I'm doing this live on purpose because I wanted this to be kind of a working exercise. Okay, so cool. So that being the case, now that I've got that, I can go back to the registry and I can refresh here. And I should see another folder up under it. So view, refresh. See, now I can expand to the config. All right.
Yeah.
So now my next step is I want to do a new item property. Okay. So this goes back to our document here. So new item property. All right. Tag path is going to be that. Okay. And then we want to add these other items that we already have on our notepad. And let me drag my notepad over here. Notepad should not be on it. I'm going to it all the time. So, and we want to do tag name, all this stuff. So I already printed it out, path. We already got that. Then we want to do tag name, tag value, and then tag property type. Okay, let's paste this on the end of command. Let's see if that works. Oh, that looks promising. That looks very promising. Okay. So now let's go ahead and view refresh.
There you go.
All right, there we go. So we got that one added. But now keep in mind, we got to also go to and do the same thing, right? Whilst
1264. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so let's browse there in the registry. Let's take a quick peek at it. Okay. Doesn't always have to be pretty. It just has to be effective, right? So, all right. So we got software is after that. And then it's WoW. There you go. Then Microsoft.
And crypto.
And cryptography. Yeah. See, that's the thing. So you're getting very comfortable with the registry at this point. That's good, Pierre. There you go. Bring this down so everybody can see. Microsoft and cryptography. Mm-hmm. Press enter to bring it up.
Yep.
So as you can see, I don't have a WoW 6432 folder here. Refresh that. Okay. So we need that. Now, I recall being able to add all this at one time. So let's try joint command one more time. Okay. So new item property, tag path. Okay. Mm-hmm. And we already got the path defined. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type it out because I want it to be a lot easier from a syntax perspective too. for everybody to read. Okay. And one good thing here is probably good to go ahead and just copy this down. Let's just go to a new window at this point because they got a little bit messy, right? So new item property, tag path. We're going to replace that tag path with the actual path. Okay, which is going to be this. But you see, we can easily use variables there. And as we kind of get through these tutorials, we'll do more. And then we'll do tag name. Okay, so let's try. I just want to see if this command will actually work as is, because this new item property is put in a path and stuff like that, and also given the values we're going to add to it. I'll paste it here. All right, so it cannot find the path, does not exist. Okay, so let's just build it out. So we'll do quickly, we do new item property or do a new item.
You have to do a new item and then you're just trying to build from there because that's how you did in the first one.
Yeah, now you can. Yep. All right, cool. I'm watching what Sam put in chat. So, and we, like I said, we'll build on it, but let's take it one step at a time. We'll take baby steps, and then later we'll look and we'll probably find a command, because I've seen it where we can just build it all out at one time, right? You know what I'm saying? So new item, tag path, and then we'll do this. Wintrust. Let's run this command here. All right, you can see it created the key right there. Okay, so that's promising right there. So now when I go to the actual registry, I'm gonna view and refresh, or you can hit F5. There's the Wintrust folder. Okay, so but you notice we don't have the config folder. So all we have to do is do a config. And I like to be mindful of the case. You know what I'm saying? What do they want us to do? Do they want us to have a capital config, capital C?
Capital config.
Okay, cool. So let's keep that consistent. Config right there. All right, so that key is created. Let's go to the registry now. Let's view and
property. Wintrust, and then
gonna view and refresh. All right, you notice we can expand this now. There's the config folder. Okay. So now we just need to add the same thing. Now that we got that, we can go back to this original command, since all the file path exists finally, and we'll just be able to paste the whole thing. And when I do that, you see it comes back like this. This is what the response looks like. And when I get back here, it should show, let's go and refresh it one more time. View, refresh. Enable padding check, and it's set to 1. Okay. So in theory, we just remediated this vulnerability. So if we go back to Tenable, we're going to kick off our scan. Let's just compare this. Microsoft Cryptography, Cryptography Wintrust config. Enable padding check is not present. So we've set it for both locations per the guide. Let's see. Let's look at this too. Click on this Nessus article too. I don't know if we ever check this one out. So this Nessus article is giving us the details on it. Things you, the user, should know. Your machine is vulnerable if you have not added the list of keys. Bad actors are currently using this technique commonly enough that Microsoft reissued its own guidance to inform the community of the existence of the mitigation. And then Tenable created a universal Windows plugin due to the Windows design decision that the solution is going forward required opting in. There's no reason to believe it will be patched in any future version. We are not limiting this registry check to one version of. Okay. All right. So one other thing I want to look through too is I know this article has some other things. So it goes here, shows some 32-bit versions. Here's another one on trying to say, version 5 of the registry. I'm just trying to see what the difference is. So it looks like it's the same. It looks like we've covered it here. Yeah, and that's pretty much it on the article. So we're actually at 34 minutes. For those of you who are watching this video, I hope this was helpful. By the way, I'm not ending the live stream just yet. Okay, I'm just ending the YouTube video, so don't tune out of the live stream. Okay. So, but anyway, for those that are watching, I hope this video is helpful. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and watch the series, because I'm literally I'm going through all the vulnerabilities, and I'm like bringing us down to like no vulnerabilities at this point. So don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in a future video. Peace.